Hello Pilates family again. I am here with the lovely Enya again. We are going to look at 3 phases to this exercise. We're looking at Spine Safe Pilates, and if you're anything like me, I'll get somebody in class who's got a back issue. I'll get somebody else in the same class who's got a shoulder issue. I'll get somebody else in the same class who's maybe got osteoporosis. So we're going to look at how we can layer in an exercise so that eventually a really strong person, injury-free, is still getting benefit, but how can we modify it for injuries within the class? So we're looking at exercise in 3 levels, and we're trying to make it spine safe and a bit everything else safe as well. Okay. First and foremost, I'm going to introduce the arm position. So if Enya keeps her hands down, lifts them 1 inch off the floor, and I'm getting her to draw shoulder blades down the back, engage through the big muscles. I always say in class, think of muscles underneath the armpits. You know that I'm talking about the lats. Let it go. So that's first phase. Draw the shoulders down, hover your arms, and release. Do that again for me, Enya. Feel chin slightly nodded. And as Enya's lengthening her arms, I want her to take an active breath out. Soft breath out and soft breath in. So we do several more of that exercise. I'm going to progress it now to lengthening. Enya, turn your palms facing each other and we come up, hold it here. Shoulders drop and relax. So ribs are staying down at the front back of the body. Then you're going to take your palms towards the floor again for me, and your shoulder blades down the back, making your arms long and strong, engaging through those lats, and bring it back. Okay. So keep doing that for me if you would, do Enya. So visualize that we're doing that movement initially with the whole of the group. Once the movement is established, you can ask people to start to increase the range of movements. So your arms are going towards the back of the room, hold it about there, gorgeous, and bring it back for me. So shoulder issues could stay with the first phase or work within their pain-free zone. And you let your arms come a little bit closer together, perfect, and then come back into the center. We're looking for arms being long and strong. There's no bend of the elbows. The shoulders stay away from the ears. Your client is taking their arms back equally and working within a pain-free zone. So do we get that, guys? That if somebody's got shoulder issues, they can still stay with first phase? Yes? Or even just the introductory phase of breath out, lengthening their arms, etc. Let it go for me, Enya. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of pelvic floor. You will not be able to see anything work with Enya. Visualize from the pubic bone, the coccyx coming towards the pubic bone. So if Enya, you're doing that, I shouldn't see anything externally move on Enya. Let it go. So she's just visualizing that she's bringing the coccyx towards the inside of the pubic bone, and let it go. I know Enya's familiar with doing that. Now I want you to think about Enya drawing the sitting bones closer together. So she'll die that I'm going to say drawing the sitting bones close together and lifting up more from back passage, and let it go. Okay, so you could see that there was a movement. So I'm going to say, okay, let's do it again. And I don't want any external movement. So it just feels if you draw it between the legs. If sitting bones are coming together, and draw it more from back passage, hold and release. Okay, so Enya's done. East to west, sitting bones, lifting up more from back passage. We did coccyx towards the inside of the pubic bone. You guys are familiar with that, yeah? So I'm just going to ask Enya to do the whole thing. So there should be no movement in the pelvis, and let it go. All right, do it again. Just soft breath in and relax. And then as you're breathing out, get that little connection into pelvic floor. Brilliant. So I could feel that she's getting some connection there, but without moving. Let it rest, okay. So if you can get that Enya, brilliant. If you don't, no worries. So let's take it back. First phase, or introduction phase, should I say. Arms lengthened, pulling down from underneath your armpits. Shoulder blades down the back. Second phase, bring your arms here. Third phase, if you can, going back as far as feels comfortable on your shoulders. Bring it down by the side of the body again. So as Enya comes down here, I want you to try and do that pelvic floor exercise. Remember, it's internal. I shouldn't see anything move, Enya. Come back. So little breath in as she comes back, keeping the ribs down, relax. And as you come back into center, breath out, draw up on pelvic floor if that's possible. If you don't like it, just think about engaging the tongue a little bit. Go again for me. So I'm going to ask Enya to carry on doing that. As she takes her arms overhead, she's keeping the ribs down. But if I get her to think of breathing out and contracting pelvic floor on the way down, This is the weird bit. Then I'm going to ask her to relax, forget about pelvic floor. But if I ask her to keep the rib cage down, you might find that it just automatically switches on a little bit, yeah? That's all right. Okay, so if Annie continues to do that, if she had a neck issue, a whiplash issue, spondylosis in the neck, if she's got osteoporosis, she would be staying here. But I'm going to ask Enya to take her arms down by the side of the body, nod the chin for me, Enya, and lift your upper body. Sacrum stay still, ribs draw towards the hips, smash in and let it come down. So if you do that in your own time, Enya, speed it up a little bit. Soft breath in, ribs down. As she breathes out, lift up on pelvic floor, chin nodded, sacrum stay still, draw the ribs down, lovely. Come back to centre. So as you do the flexion part of the movement, we're encouraging pelvic floor lift. Try not to move the sacrum, keep the sacrum still and let it go. So we're doing a couple more. Taking a breath in here, ribs down, gorgeous, breathe out, ribs draw towards the hips, abdominals engage, beautiful, and let it go. So while I give any a rest for me, we did that in lots of different phases, so you can layer that in and make it suitable for individual conditions within your class. Join us next time and we're going to look at the lower part of the movement. See you later.